Ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of inspiration and realness. Also, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, personality, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, and now the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself from his Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts, Mr. Shenanigans himself, and the two-time Chilling 3000 2022 End of the Year Awards winner, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. This is episode 459 of the show. This is the final NXT before Stand and Deliver. This is what happened so far on the card, ladies and gentlemen. We're at 9 o'clock right now, 9 p.m., and this is what happened within the hour. 20-man battle royal to decide the fifth and final member of the North American Championship Open Challenge, while the champ Wesley was joining on commentary. So far, you had Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Ilya Dragunov, and then the fourth competitor will be Axiom. Axiom won the Battle Royal. Then Pretty Deadly decided to preview that match, since now that match is set. And not only that, Dragon Lee, the other three competitors came in the ring. Dragon Lee shook hands with Wesley and Axiom, while Ilya Dragunov and J.D. McDonough was staring a hole through each other. And Tyler Bate was being pep talked by Taste U as he goes to face Von Wagner. It seems to me that Duke Hudson's not interested. I think Duke Hudson's going to turn against Chase U. Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen were talking about situation with Fallon Henley and Kiana James. They talked to them, and then Fallon Henley goes, "I got you a matchup, and if you win this tag team matchup, you'll qualify and be the fourth member of the fourth members of the Fatal 4-Way for the tag team titles. If not, it'll be a triple threat." As Gallus defends it against the family, that's who Briggs and Jensen are going to go up against tonight, and the Creed brothers. So they have that match. Tyler Bate one-on-one with Von Wagner. That was coming, and that was coming at a time where Robert Stone got himself involved in the matchup, and freaking Thea Hale attacked Robert Stone, which is really funny, and gives Bate the victory. Schism interrupted Chase U with a mockery of like a school thing, and with a mask. Roxanne Perez was looking for HBK, and then when she apparently found him, she says she's been cleared to compete. She tried to commit Shawn Michaels, but first Michaels turns her down. But then Roxanne Perez says, "I get it. I understand where you're coming from as well." And so Shawn goes, "Okay, fine. You're in the matchup. And make sure you get me the doctors and everything." So she's in the matchup, and since she didn't lose the title, she'll defend it in the ladder match. Valentina Flores went one-on-one with Elektra Lopez. Elektra Lopez picked up the victory. Eddie Thorpe debuted against Miles Bourne. Thorpe picked up the victory there. Pretty Deadly previewed the matchup against Grayson Waller and Johnny Gargano. Will that match be signed up? We will see for sure. Mackenzie Mitchell interviewed Gallus, and Gallus says the more the merrier if Briggs and Jensen win against the family. So the last chance qualifying match is Sol Ruca versus Ivy Now, Indy Hartwell. These three ladies went at it, and Indy Hartwell did win and pick up the victory. She was the sixth woman to compete, as Zoe Starks, Laya Valkyria, Gigi Dolan, Tiffany Stratton, and Roxanne Perez all interrupt Hartwell. Roxanne Perez was on the balcony holding her title. So Roxanne Perez is the champion, and Pretty Deadly, love those guys. Those guys are hilarious and entertaining. Previewed the ladder match. Yes, and they picked Tiffany Stratton to win. Yes, girl. Yes, boy. Give those guys a T-shirt. Dang it! I want to see Pretty Deadly had a T-shirt. One of the sakes. So that is what's happening. Next up is the Prime Target. Prime Target between Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes. They're going to take a look at these two gentlemen and how they're going to stack up in the NXT Championship matchup. So that's where we stand right now. So let's have some fun, and so I want to go back and just check that out. So it's just we're still NXT still on, so still doing a live reaction. I just had to cut because I made a few mistakes, omitting a few things. I want to make sure I run down whatever I write down and run it down beforehand. So that's what I did. So I will see you guys, and Uh, yeah, we will find out in the prime target, and then whatever happens after the prime target. And we know um, we still got the a fatal 4-way qualifier matchup for Briggs and Jensen. And I don't know what situation Kiana James has, and Grayson Wallace still has yet to talk to Johnny Gargano. So there you go. We'll see what happens in all those situations when we come back. Well, there's a prime target between with Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes being the youngest main event in WrestleMania weekend history. It's going to happen NXT Stand and Deliver as Braun Breaker defends that title against Mr. Carmelo Hayes. It's going to be a lot of fun. Well, hopefully, is Melo not going to miss and become champion, or will Braun Breaker retain the championship? Either way, it's going to be a heck of a matchup. A lot of people being very anticipated match. People will be looking forward to it. Then we're going to see somebody working double duty. Hank Walker going one-on-one with Drew Gulak. This will be a grudge match, so to speak, after what Gulak did to Walker, betraying him and walk out on him a few weeks ago. So it's going to be interesting to see what is going to happen next. So we still got Briggs and Jensen against the family, and Briggs and Jensen win. They qualify as the fourth team to get involved at Stand and Deliver for the Tag Team Championship. And then we still got Grayson Waller's response to Johnny Gargano. Will he sign the contract? And, I think Grayson Waller wants him back because he's scared of Johnny Gargano. If it was that bad, Grayson Waller was trying to be smart, but I said, listen, if Grayson Waller had a grudge against me, I would say, something, Grayson? I'm too angry to even fight. I'm too angry to be around anybody right now. So here's what I'm going to do you a favor. I am going to not show up at the arena. I'm going to give you some time and space, let you run your mouth. Because at Stand and Deliver this Saturday, I'm going to mollywop you. And son, there's nothing you can do about it but two things. Nothing and like it. That's what I would say. That's what I definitely would say to Grayson Waller. So there's that. Let's see. What else is there? So that's going to be it, folks. That's going to be it for right now. And I will get back to you to see what happens when Hank Walker goes one-on-one with Drew Gulak coming up next. All right, Albert Fine and Isla Dawn decided to cut a promo on Fallon Henley and Kiana James. Knowing the situation between Henley and James, they're going to try to take advantage of that situation. Hank Walker and Drew Gulak went at it. During the matchup, Charlie Dempsey got involved without the referee looking, giving Gulak the victory over the young rookie Hank Walker. And then Pretty Deadly decided to preview both tag team title matches for Stand and Deliver, the triple threat men's tag team title match. Gals defending against the Creeds and the family. Meanwhile, Fallon Henley and Kiana James defend the NXT women's tag team titles against the Scottish Sorceresses, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. And speaking of tag team matchups coming up next, Briggs and Jensen, a.k.a. Country Grit, as I like to call them, will go up against the family, Channing Stacks Lorenzo and Tony D'Angelo. I will get back to you the results of that matchup and in the situation between Grayson Waller and Johnny Gargano. Will Grayson Waller sign the contract? Well, that's coming up right after this. Alrighty, then. The matchup for the chance for going to Stand and Deliver, Briggs and Jensen going up against Tony D'Angelo and Channing Stacks Lorenzo, the family. And it seems like Fallon Henley and Kiana James watching the matchup, there were a little bit of arguments that, you know what, after this matchup, I'm telling Brooks, and it seems like Kiana James does not want the secret to come out. I don't know what is going on. But one thing's for sure, though. I am going to just basically... one thing's for sure. If I was in that situation, I'd be like, you know what? You want to break my heart? Go right ahead, sweetheart. Because the fact of the matter is, I'll go on my own. I'm going to win championships on my own, and I'll get a woman that's hotter than you. That's what I would say. You know. So they got that going. Tony D'Angelo in control of the matchup, tags in Channing, Stacks, Lorenzo. All right, we're gonna go with the conclusion of this matchup, and then also the Waller Gargano situation. Is that match happening at Stand Deliver? We'll find out when we come back after this. Well, unfortunately, the tag team matchup had happened, and Briggs and Jensen did not win the matches. So Fallon Henley, about fed up with this, decided to say, hey, Kiana James would like to tell you something. And Kiana James goes, Fallon's right, but you know what? I'd rather just show you. She dropped the mic, walks over to Brooks Jensen, and kisses him. Big Joe's was like, on base. But Josh Briggs and Fallon Henley were not very happy about that. I don't know what's going on. I think if Henley and James lose the tag team titles, and I think when that partnership is over, then I think everything will come out. Stand Deliver. I think that's what's going to happen. I got a hunch that is going to be the case. Well, coming up next, Grayson Waller will be responding to Johnny Gargano's challenge to see if he's going to sign the contract or not for the unsanctioned matchup at Stand and Deliver. So we'll find out. We shall find out what's going on. So we shall find out what's going to happen, and it will be coming up next. All right, that arrogant Aussie decided to run his mouth as usual. But then as he was talking, Johnny Gargano interrupted him. But Gargano was disguised himself as a cameraman. Pulled off the mask, attacked Grayson Waller. Both men brought to the point with security trying to separate these two. I don't know if Waller signed the contract or not, but I'll tell you what. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. You know what I mean? So that's where we stand right now. And it's going to be insane, let me tell you. So this is where we are standing at right now. That's the way it is. So we'll find out Stand Deliver on NXT this Saturday at 1 p.m. special start time. So, until the next episode comes rolling around, this is episode 459 of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. I will see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day. And until that next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, please take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget production. And in association with A Sweet Bowl for Raving Dingleberries Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another great episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Until the next episode, goodbye for now.